Hey Gary, how you doing? Good. Oh, I'm good, yeah. Oh, let me shut my phone off. Hello. Allow me to introduce myself. You may refer to me by my first name, Ross, but many call me Boss Ross, and this is fine also. Yet I should never be mistaken for Bob Ross, though like him, I was a pot-smoking artist for a considerable period of time. And yes, I painted pretty little clouds. But unlike Bob Ross, I reformed my ways and am born again. That's right, brothers and sisters. I beat the devil with the help of humility, God, and the Oklahoma State Legislature, which is why I'm here to give praise to such leadership. And since I'm so thankful, I've decided to educate the massive amount of uninformed individuals that have been confused by some of our new state legislation, such as the Personhood Bill, which plainly states that a human being begins at conception. Since I've been on the straight and narrow, one of the key components to my salvation is reading the good book. And since each individual reads this in their own way, I thought it good to share with you some of my insights when assessing its message. You see, like many of Oklahoma's senators and House representatives, I don't worry about doing exactly what Jesus did. The age-old joke goes, what would Jesus do if he only worked 3.5 days out of the week and had enough money to drive a Hummer? But seriously, WWJD. There are in fact numerous differences between him and me, such as this suit I'm wearing. But the truth is, I have these creature comforts and vanities because they're geared towards enticing folks to come to the other side. Yeah, I do enjoy wearing and using such fringe benefits, but, God made me a winner, therefore I use things that losers make for me. It's as simple as that. Anyways, let me get to the most relevant topic of our day. Once again, it's the Personhood Bill. This bill has righteous features that I would love to underscore. First off, let us not forget the first woman was created from the first man's rib. Therefore, it stands to reason that women either have less of a soul or no soul whatsoever. This may seem disheartening to some of our female viewers, but let me assure you, God has chosen you to be a special cog in his immaculate wheel. In fact, it's the women who are fortunate. Their soulless vacuums don't have to worry about choosing their work on this earth. Let's face it, being barefoot and pregnant isn't that bad. Women suck the righteousness from a man's being, which comes in the form of sperm, and gather it in their special place, deep in their cavern. It's the void where a soul would be, I guess. And then they simply pop out other people, so they too can be tested by the Almighty. Isn't that comforting? Sometimes, if they're lucky, their baby will have a penis. Who knows? Maybe it will become a politician when it grows up. That would be a true miracle, huh? Hallelujah. There. I'm glad we had this detailed discussion. Though I realize you can't respond back, I think you now know what the truth is. After all, I just plainly stated it. Which is why I honestly feel like such an American hero. I mean, yes, it's easy to say all these things, knowing I'll be backed by countless colleagues and other patrons who in enormous ways will give me all sorts of rewards, which is another difference between me and my Savior. But there are also drawbacks. Sometimes I'm bothered by liberal women and other freaks who seek to sabotage God's will and my good time. but they are too few in number, and frankly, they will never be much of a factor as long as our state continues to engulf itself in trivial and compulsive behaviors, such as Oklahomans immersing their entire energies into organized athletics, like our promising new pro basketball team, Thunder Up. And how about Sooner football? OU's #1, right? We even have sports for our counterculture friends, such as roller derby. And hey, there's always noodling. And if that's not down your alley, future soccer moms, there's a whole slew of artistic endeavors that by the time you get to them will have fizzled into diluted and haphazard propaganda. Often, only shallowest of these creative productions are commodified just enough so that these talented individuals either eventually give up or downgrade their political opinions to subtle whimpers so they will be able to make ends meet. It's beautiful. Unless you're like Toby Keith, of course. Well, look at that. I've been talking for too long. I've got a golf game scheduled early tomorrow morning at a place God himself would say looks like heaven. Y'all have a great day. And don't forget what Boss Ross told you. Thank you.